What if I told you a war is being fought right now, not with bombs or bullets, but with lines of code? A silent, invisible conflict that could shut down your power, empty your bank account, or even influence an election. Welcome to the shadowy world of state-sponsored cyber warfare. In our hyper-connected world, the battlegrounds have expanded. Forget just land, sea, air, and space. The fifth domain of conflict is cyberspace, and nations are pouring billions into mastering it. This isn't your typical hacker in a basement. This is cyber warfare, where governments use digital tools as weapons to achieve strategic goals, destabilize their enemies, and project power across the globe. It's a new kind of war fought in the digital ether, where a single keystroke can be more devastating than a missile strike, and figuring out who fired the shot is a nightmare. So why are countries doing this? The motives are complex. First, there's good old-fashioned espionage. Nations are constantly trying to steal each other's secrets, from classified military plans to valuable corporate trade secrets. Imagine infiltrating a defense contractor's network to steal the blueprints for a next-generation fighter jet. That's happening. Then there's the disruption of critical infrastructure. This is where it gets truly scary. We're talking about targeting power grids, financial systems, communication networks, and even water treatment plants. The goal? To cripple an adversary's economy and its ability to defend itself, causing chaos and panic among its citizens. And of course, there's political influence. By hijacking social media and spreading disinformation, nations can interfere in elections, sow division, and erode trust in democratic institutions, creating instability from within. To pull this off, these state-sponsored groups, often called Advanced Persistent Threats, or APTs, use incredibly sophisticated techniques. They don't just smash through the front door. They are masters of stealth. An APT might infiltrate a network and just sit there, undetected for months or even years, quietly siphoning off data. They use what are called zero-day exploits, which take advantage of brand new, undiscovered vulnerabilities in the software we use every day, making them almost impossible to defend against initially. One of the most devastating tactics is the supply chain attack. Instead of attacking a target directly, they hack a trusted third-party software provider that their target uses. The infamous SolarWinds hack of 2020 was a perfect example. Hackers compromised a software update from a trusted company, and that update was then pushed out to thousands of their customers, including top-level US government agencies, giving the attackers a backdoor into some of the most secure networks in the world. And now, artificial intelligence is entering the fray, being used to automate attacks, find vulnerabilities faster, and create phishing emails so convincing they're nearly impossible to spot. While many nations are building up their cyber armies, a few stand out. Experts often point to China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea as the most active players. Russia, for example, has paired its physical invasion of Ukraine with a relentless wave of cyber attacks against Ukrainian infrastructure, and has even targeted organizations in Western countries that are providing aid. China has been accused of massive cyber espionage campaigns and, more worryingly, of pre-positioning malicious code within the critical infrastructure of other nations, like a digital time bomb waiting to be detonated in a future conflict. Meanwhile, North Korea uses its cyber capabilities not just for espionage, but to steal money, often through cryptocurrency heists, to fund its weapons programs. One of the biggest problems is attribution. How do you prove, beyond a doubt, that a specific country was behind an attack? Hackers are experts at covering their tracks, using proxies, and even planting false flags to blame someone else. This ambiguity allows states to act with a degree of plausible deniability. This creates a huge challenge for international law. Does a cyber attack that shuts down a hospital's power grid count as an armed attack that justifies a military response? The world is still trying to figure that out. There are efforts to establish international norms, like agreements not to attack civilian infrastructure. But without clear enforcement, their effectiveness is limited. So how do we defend ourselves? It's a colossal task. For companies and organizations, It means adopting a zero-trust security model, where you assume no one, inside or outside the network, is trustworthy and you verify everything. It means using advanced tools to detect and respond to threats in real time. For nations, it's about building stronger digital defenses while also engaging in diplomacy to establish clear red lines and consequences for malicious behavior. The digital battleground is not science fiction. It is today's reality. State-sponsored cyber warfare is a constant, evolving threat that operates in the background of our daily lives. As our world becomes ever more reliant on technology, the science of digital conflict will only get more sophisticated, making the mission to secure our shared digital future more critical than ever.